So in this episode, we're going to go over what we in our clinic call a CT complex. Basically, it's a crick in the neck. And you know how doctors are. We can't use words like a crick in the neck, so we got to come up with something cool. So we use CT complex. C for cervical, T for thoracic. And basically, the CT complex is exactly that. It's nothing more than a crick in the neck, but it tends to happen a little bit lower. It's this one. Oh, can't move. It's the one when you try to back your car to the driveway, you're like, I can't turn my head. Or maybe you slept wrong all night long in one position and it just turns one way but can hardly go the other way. In young kids, this is often called torticollis, and indeed, a lot of times as doctors we'll call it that, but this one's just a little bit like the baby version of it. So here's the deal. Much like the rib video that I have done before, the CT complex is very easily treated and almost always responds in 2 quick visits. The basic thing that's happening here is anything in the spine, like the ribs and these little facet capsules and your discs, they're very sensitive to inflammation. So when they're on threat, they send a signal to the brain to lock the muscles down tight. Now, if you sprained your ankle will swell. But in the spine, nothing can really swell. There's too many important nerves that go to too many important things. So instead of swelling, we lock everything down tight. And that's where everyone makes the mistake, because it's super easy to feel tight muscles. I mean, you come into the clinic and you say, hey doc, I've got a super tight muscle here. It's all spasmed up. That's right. And if I treat the spasm muscle, you're not going to get better, because the problem's not the muscle. The problem's inside that joint. So what you need to do is treat this thing like it's inflamed. Get the inflammation down. There's no more threat and the muscles can relax. That's the big difference in how we treat this thing. Now, if you've got a chiropractor that you like or trust, or an athletic trainer, physio, or physical therapist that you know can do the mobilizations, it's important that you get these joints moving as quickly as you can. And it almost always responds to back-to-back days of treatment. So if it's on a Thursday, I'll have you come in a Thursday and a Friday. We can almost always have this thing completely resolved in 2 visits. What you don't want to do is sit in a hot shower and let it blast on there for 10 minutes where you're like, I think I feel pretty good. And 10 minutes later, you're getting hammered by this thing. So now you kind of understand what we call a CT complex or crick in the neck and the right way to handle these things. They're very painful, but don't think that the pain, the level of pain, is not a really good indicator of what's going on. These things are super sensitive because there's a lot of nerves there, so they send you a lot of feedback. Don't get freaked out by this. You guys can treat this thing. Almost everybody will get this sometime in your life. Treat it the right way, and I know you're going to be doing better. That's your CT complex. You just finished another Rehab to Go. I know you learned something. If you want to know when the next one's coming out so you can be ready for it, all you got to do is subscribe. Hit the little bell. It'll ding and tell you, hey, Chad's got another one coming out. Don't forget to tell your friends, especially those that are like-minded, the kids, the students that are getting into this industry. They know what direction they want to go, but no idea how to get there. This information helps them make those decisions. Look forward to seeing you guys next time.